Made sure I was good enough for her by one, making me pass the family test by having dinner with Victor, John, and Eddie, which I felt like I was being in a Godfather film, since I was just a regular Texas boy at that point. The other test was putting me to work fixing and installing things around the house. The first job being that damn garage door opener. And no, Charlotte, there is no warranty on work.
There's not, huh? Okay, because it's broke again.
You have always been a great mother-in-law, and I've always felt a part of the family.
Thank you.
And not like an outsider.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I do remember Jim.
Come over here.
Jim tried to kill me by putting me on a horse when I first went to Houston to ask Lauren's father for a hand in marriage. I remember Jim was honking, "Go ahead, make my day t-shirts." Great business venture. Now here we are 30 years later, and apparently you are a Republican.
Next, yeah, record this one.
I got a little thing.
I signed up as a
No. We're having fun here, Mom.
You have to listen.
I'm not sure that you know what that means, but Tony has convinced you that it's the right thing to be. I tried to call my internet provider and report you as the biggest spam offender on the web, but they continue to let those anti-Obama emails come through. I'm sure you are being paid by the Mormons. I have a special gift for you.
Sorry.
I have a special gift for you to remember this year's cruise, your 80th birthday, and the 2012 election, which I hope you will attach to Tony's headboard, so you and he will be able to see your leader before you retire every night.
Turn it around, Nana.
I love you, Ma, and oh, by the way, thank you, Deborah, for planning every minute of the vacation and giving us an update every hour and the hour, on the hour. Start planning our 2018 trip, and by the way, kids, you're not invited.
That's the funny part.
Gotta put that on your headboard, Tony.
Put it on your headboard.
Amy, you are such an adorable little girl. Sometimes I just want to squeeze your cheeks.
Okay.
And squeeze this cheek. And then I'll squeeze this cheek. And then I'll squeeze this cheek.
I'll have my chain hanging out.
What's that?
My view of you has had the occasion to develop over a course of many years. I know that she is the boss, and this is why. When I was younger, my parents would tell me no, and she would overrule them and say yes. I asked my parents if I could have a Nintendo. They said no. She said yes. And I got one. My parents told me jewelry was bad. And she had a nice necklace on, and I asked her for it, and she gave it to me. Which, I'm sorry, I did lose it on the cruise. That was, yeah. But I appreciate the next one. But even bosses relax. One of the funniest times in Boston was when I was younger, and you were arguing with Aunt Rosie about chocolates. While talking, you were drinking, and the more you drank, the louder the conversation got. John, I do believe, was your boyfriend at the time, got drunk under the table, and you and Aunt Rosie continued your night drinking Southern Comfort and continuing the conversation. There are some occasions I have enjoyed visiting everyone as a family. I'm sorry I haven't been there for all of them, but I have enjoyed the ones I have been on, and it's been a blast.
Let me get up through here. It'll be better for me to do the video.
My wife told me she gave you a picture earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, Nana.
Hey, we didn't know it was a real birthday party.
Oh, is it Erica out there? Right. Yes.
Hey, honey. I'm in jail. Could I get a beer?
Beautiful, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
There you are. Just put a bead around her neck.
Who's filming all this?
Rick is.
Shane, I'll read this out. Boy, I'm not very good.
You are going to be winning a lot here. All right, I'm not texting here. Mine is in my phone. So take it with me.
Okay.
I got to know Nana most of all from when she came to Ohio to watch us for a week while my parents were in Asia. I was probably 11 or 12 when she was there, but I knew how to work the old lady. She was completely dependent on my driving knowledge, and I mean completely. To get to our house from the front of the neighborhood, you had to take a right and 2 lefts. By the last day of driving, I had figured that she would know how to get to our house without me giving her step-by-step directions. This was probably her 20th time driving home this week when she drove right past the first turn. I said, "Nana, you missed the turn," and boy, was that not a smart decision. She turned at me and snapped at me for not holding her hand through the entire route. I also remember that when she watched us, I was big into Star Wars cards. You remember those?
I remember everything.
They sold them at this comic book store, and I would rope her into driving me there almost every day. I told her there was a pizza place next door one night, and when we got there to get dinner, she realized that there wasn't any pizza place, and I just wanted more Star Wars. I briefly remember her calling me a little shit, but she still bought me a pack of Emery. Here are a few things to take away from Nana. Always be thankful. Nothing is a handout. If you want anything again, you send an immediate thank you.
I think that's my call.
Do you know what spam mail is, Nana? When people send you hokey emails about homemade methods of how to make your own gasoline, or how to prove that Obama wasn't born on Mars, or that if you don't send this email to 10 people, this animated floating angel won't grant you a wish. I hate being an asshole, but every time I get your email chain, my inbox gets bombarded with nasty sex jokes. Nana's also perpetually 55. She has always looked the way she does now. 10 years ago or 10 years from now, you will still look the same way you do now. Your face has always looked the same for longer than Joan Rivers has. In the end, we all love Nana. Each time I look at my handmade blanket, I think of you sitting on the couch knitting away. I'm very thankful for everything you have given me, and I love you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jana,
Okay.
got you the next in line?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, we're going.
No.
Janelle didn't go.
Oh, Janelle didn't
No,
go?
Janelle, you got skipped. I'm up.
Yeah, let's go.
This is the roast of my beautiful Nana. Most people will probably be just being nice to call their 80-year-old grandmother beautiful, but believe me when I say that mine really is. She's even gotten carded for her senior citizen discount. When people ask me about my grandmother, they don't believe me when I tell them that she can pass for my mother, nor do they believe me that she has her own Facebook account. That's when I bring out the laptop to show them. What else can I say? My Nana goes to the gym more times than anyone my age that I know does. And according to John Lauren on Deborah, she does not only lift weights, but she lifts 40-pounders. My Nana has had more boyfriends than any of us girls combined. And just a few years ago, she has gotten cosmetic tattoos, so she wakes up just as beautiful as she does when she goes to bed. But my Nana isn't just all beauty. She also has one of the biggest hearts. She cares so much about her family that this is the 3rd year that she's taken her entire family on a cruise that must have cost her a small fortune, just so she can see us all together having a good time. Thank you, Nana, for everything that you've done for us. We love you very much. Thank you.
Very nice. Oh, here we go.
Anybody need a refreshment first?
Who's going to talk about intervention? Okay, Nana's roast. I would much rather call this speech Nana's meatballs, Nana's artichokes, Nana's boiled dinner, Nana's chicken soup. Because these are all the foods I miss from Nana, but no one makes them better than you. Anyway, I will start by saying I'm very lucky to have a grandmother like you. You're one of my main role models during my childhood, and I learned a thing or two during all the times you watched my mom and dad work. 3 things I've learned that I will mention today are patience, generosity, and the importance of family. It's funny because the naive passerby to someone who's only met you once may not notice in you these important qualities. To start, someone who does not know you may think you are impatient. After all, you hate waiting in line, and there are more times than I remember you saying loudly in public places, "This is ridiculous, this place needs more help." Yet I know your patience from experience. My younger self was drawn to your Hollywood-like dressing room, and like a moth to the light, I'm sure you can remember finding me fishing through your makeup. And after your initial scolding that I was not to go in there, you would pick out 5 different color lipsticks and let me have 3. Followed by, "Do not come in here again." And you will never forget the time when you strictly told me to ask before going into the kitchen to get something to drink, and I snuck in without your permission in an attempt to get the tonic off the top shelf of the fridge. To my misfortune, the tonic fell from the top shelf and like a carbonated missile shot across your pristine kitchen floor. Yet I never got the licking I so rightly deserved. You may seem overly money conscious on the outside. After all, you can buy a $50 shirt for $3 at Macy's with all of your coupons. You frequently go to 19½, and I've heard you more than once or a handful of times yelling at my mom for feeding the whole neighborhood. Yet if you ask one of the kids in Arthwood's Ave area, they will be the first to say that you're the first one to invite them in for candy. Never mind the endless supply of pistachios you stocked up on, so me and my siblings could sit in the den, going through them like water. It wasn't until I started food shopping myself that I realized how expensive pistachios were. In addition, when I was 17, it didn't take much coaxing for you to lend me $2,000 to buy a Mustang. But I do recall you made me sign a contractual agreement I would pay you back and threatened to take me to court if I didn't.
Way to go, Nana.
Judge Judy.
That's why I said too much Judge Judy. I said too much Judge Judy.
Did she pay you back?
I did, yeah. But see, a comment like that doesn't bother me because your actions always speak louder than your words. Lastly, you helped mold my family values. You gave up your house to my family when we moved back from California, and even when we moved back to Gale Street, you made sure we still got together for weekly dinners, coaxing us with the many of the foods I had listed in the title. Not to forget cheap Pacific lobster sauce and Virgin's ice cream. Even though we don't see you as often as we used to, your generosity and value for family continues. You are a very special grandmother to take your entire family on a Caribbean cruise. So here's to you, Nana, and to how lucky we all are. Love to know.
See, I remember everything. She did a big coat and went over. It took a week to clean up.
You have a bottle fall and just.
Here you go, Nana.
Okay.
Let's not go to the cruise. This is fun.
Okay.
When I think of Nana, I think of a beautiful woman. Not only does she look 20 years younger than she actually is, but she is active with working out all the time. In fact, she might be more active due to the fact that she won't be making trips to the bathroom as much anymore. When I think of Nana, I think of family. Nana has such a love for her family that it has made my desire to have a close relationship with my aunts, uncles, and cousins. Every year is always complete because I get to see my family, whether it's on a cruise or in Boston. Nothing compares to the time we share. When I think of Nana, I think of a giving woman. Not only has she gifted the family with 3 cute cruises, but she has given so much more. She blesses us with her beautiful spirit when she comes to visit or even when she calls to check in. Nana gives to her family when she doesn't have to, and the most important gift she has given me was a life lesson. She has taught me the importance of showing appreciation and thanks. When I think of Nana, I think of having fun. Whenever we visit Nana, I look forward to late nights of conversations and stories. I always hear about nights at the Legion when there are men waiting in line to steal one dance with Nana. I think about how on every cruise our family would create the dance floor, even when there isn't one. Without a question, Nana will be right in the middle of our dance circle. When I think of Nana, I think of love. Whether she knows it or not, she has taught me how to love and appreciate my family. Even when shown tough love, I have learned respect and responsibility. I have a deep, unconditional love for my family, and it's because it all started with Nana. Nana, I love you, and you always, forever. Thank you for everything you've given me during my life. You are someone I look up to, and I hope that one day in the future I can have a beautiful family and life as you do. Love your youngest granddaughter, Brittany.
Wow, what a suck up you are. Good job, Britt.
Nana, I'm proud to stand up today and tell you that I love you to death. I'm proud to call you Nana and kiss you on the lips every time I see you. I'm proud to say I look up to you in more than one way. I'm proud to say that of all the stupid things I've done and all the cars I've wrecked, you still smile every time I see you, and I'm happy for where I am today. I wouldn't change you for the world, and I love you around the world and back. Our memories will last forever, and there are plenty more to come.
All right.
Look at the front. Oh, wow. Oh, is that beautiful? Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, film's running. Hurry up. Let's go.
All right, we'll do an adult now.
Oh.
Wait, Brandon and Cassidy.
No, we got Brandon and Cassidy.
Jeez, Mom.
All right, Brandon, buck up. Let's go.
Film's running.
Film's running.
Man, I'm grateful for everything you've done. You congratulated me on my birthday, Eagle Scout, and my graduation. You made trips out to California just to see me for my Eagle Scout. You call me on every occasion, and I always love hearing your loud yelling voice. The most beautiful grandmother I know, not having to put on 1 ounce of makeup. You're the only grandmother I know that has the balls enough to go get tattoos on her face. People who say age holds you back didn't know that my Nana goes out more nights a week than all her grandkids combined. The past 3 days I've been listening to Aunt Laura and my mom fight about how little they shit. So I'm finally excited to see you, Nana, so we can have a normal conversation on how often we get to go to the bathroom. I've been yelled at for just about everything, for being too loud, being too quiet, touching your walls, leaving your door open, not flushing the toilet, wearing my hat inside, wearing my hat outside, wearing my hat at the table, practically wearing my hat anywhere. But for just about everything, I know that it's all been for good measure and good reason, and to shape me who I am today. Nana, you're loving, generous, caring, and beautiful, and I thank you for everything.
Cass.
Oh, I'm going. Someone told me we were supposed to be writing like a roast for Nana, but I just want to say, when I first found out that we would be roasting Nana, I was straight up appalled. I mean, after all she's done for us, the cruises, this family, the fear, I mean, she's even told me how much I am worth to her. $1,000. And quite frankly, that's the most anyone has ever told me I'm worth in dollars. Personally, I remember a time where Nana saved Christmas. I was, who knows how old. My dad was cooking lobster on Christmas Eve. Nana was being her sexy self. I was playing tag with Brandon and Philip. Dinner was finally ready. Everyone was getting ready to eat. And all of a sudden, I don't know how, but I managed to come downstairs dripping blood from my eye. I remember standing dead center in front of this circle of adults, all debating one question.
Ruined it all.
Should we care about Cassidy or let dinner get cold? When the children needed guidance, Nana came to the rescue. She said, "Put a Band-Aid over it, and let's eat." And that's nearly exactly what they did. I went to the hospital, thank God. They got to eat dinner before it went cold. And thank Nana for the quick decision making. I made out quite well that night. Not many children can say they got to see Santa at midnight from a hospital bed with 9 stitches in their eye. Meanwhile, the family had great food and great eats. All in all, everyone was happy that Christmas. Currently, I'm still confused as to why we would roast such an intelligent, strong, sexy woman, Nana. Because, sexy Nana. Because to me, she's been only great. You're worth more than I can write on a check. I love you, Nana.
Okay, Mom. Let's go now.
Okay. Very good.
All right, Lauren, Get in closer to her when you talk to her.
So am I out of here, so. I don't find.
Connie, don't worry about it. When you're all done, I'm gonna throw you in the pool.
Mom,
Just don't get her hair wet.
I never realized how much I've learned from you until I became an adult and a mother. Not that I would do everything you did. There were things I would not do. But that was from watching you. But that's also how a mother teaches. I've tried to pass down the good saving traits that you taught us, but that was not a trait my kids wanted to learn. As I think about all the times you've been there for me, it has way outpast the times you weren't. Of course, the times you weren't there for me has only made me more independent as a child, which made me more strong and independent as a woman. Now you can be more independent in your thoughts instead of having Tony think for you. But seriously, in all my times of need, you've been there. You've shown me that life is too short and to enjoy family right now. You are the family's foundation. I love you.
Oh my God. What about the handicap?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Mom, you've given so much to all of us. Most of what you have given me, I didn't come to realize until I grew up. I remember arguing about having to pay rent or board when I was living at home, beginning at the age of 13, my first job. Yes, I know I have gotten it back threefold. However, at the time I resented it. But this has taught me responsibility and financial management. I remember arguing daily about what time I had to come home and the consequences of being late. Even the time you hung up on me because I was late, not knowing I had been arrested and was calling from the police station. Of course, I had to tell the police officer you hung up on me, which was quite embarrassing.
Tough love.
But this has taught me time management and dependability. I remember being grounded for a week for skipping school, but with an exception for Friday night because I had a date. And you didn't want to disappoint or have the poor boys stood out. This has taught me leniency and punishment. Okay, maybe a little too much leniency. I remember all my birthday parties with an Italian rum cake, which I hated. After singing happy birthday, having cake, and opening of presents, all the children were sent outside so the adults would finish the party. That's when the Southern Comfort came out. Now that I'm an adult, I've come to understand and appreciate the logic behind it. It was well deserved. I remember when Victor died and you showed us life is too short, no time to stay home and mourn, and you were dancing at Anthony's wedding 3 days later. This has taught me not to waste too much time feeling sorry for oneself. Get out there and let the fun begin again. I remember you always telling me there were no onions in the food you prepared. And when I would find out that there were plenty of onions, as I gagged when going into them. This has made me to hate onions forever.
But I'll eat Chinese food.
You've taught us the value of family and getting together at least once a year, even when we all absorbed in our own growing families. This has made us appreciate each other and remain close, regardless of the geographical distances between us. But most of all, you have given us all memories for a lifetime. There's no way to ever thank you enough for all the value you've given me. I can only hope I pass some of these values down to my own kids.
All right. Just saying, we need to hurry up because the battery's going.
What?
If you want to be on recording.
Okay, I gotta find it.
Well, you can shut it off.
This is for down on the plane.
Shut it off and down.
Wait a minute.